You guys might want to stick around because I'm about to elf myself. Greetings and welcome back to another elf-tastic episode of the Vodkast. I'm your host as always, Geycen the Elf. And with us today is Brock's elf variety of the Mellowcremes. When I first saw this, several weeks ago at this point, by the way, I thought it was just candy corn and I was going to pick it up for my boy because he loves candy corn. As gross as it is and nasty as it is, he really likes it. So I figured, it's clearance Christmas candy. He'll enjoy it. It's elf, too. Then I discovered that they're different flavors. That's right. We have 4 different flavors. Peppermint candy cane, toasted marshmallow, maple syrup, and frosted sugar cookie. 4 of my favorite flavors. I don't know about you, but I really enjoy all of those, especially that mix. It makes me think about that festive time of year, that holiday time of year that just passed us recently. I'm always a little bummed out after it goes, but you can only enjoy it for so long. If it was year round, it just wouldn't be special anymore. I guess unless you lived at like Santa's Village or something like that, and year round it's just basically, singing and dancing and making toys and eating candy, eating hot cocoa, making snow angels, having snowball fights, talking to the narwhal, talking to all the wonderful woodland creatures. Okay, so we got an obvious candy cane, the hat representing Elf himself, Buddy the Elf. That is the maple syrup. We got the sugar cookie narwhal, and lastly, and the toasted marshmallow snowman, whose name escapes me, but he's got that mustache. He kind of got those little round glasses. He's like, come on, buddy, I want to tell you all about New York before you go. So marshmallow, one of my favorite flavors. Sugar cookie, I could give or take, to be completely honest. Maple syrup, I love. Peppermint candy cane, it's one of those things where, I want one a year, and I don't know if I want it in, this is basically candy corn. And candy corn is basically sugar, but sweeter somehow. But let's start with that one. Actually, no, I feel like that's going to taint my my palate if I go that route. So let's go sugar cookie, the one that I'm least excited about. We'll see how it is. Here we go. That was like a super sugar cookie. It was like if you took a sugar cookie and wet it a little bit and then dipped it in sugar and then dipped it in more sugar. It's really sweet. But I do get the flavor they're going for there, and it wasn't just your typical candy corn. That's what I was expecting. I figured it would be really close. This one, it's borderline. I can taste the sugar cookie, which is really cool, but it's mostly candy corn. Let's go with toasted marshmallow. I feel like that's another nice subtle flavor that'll allow us to kind of really get into the flavor of the other two. Maple syrup not being as strong, but I'm feeling that the peppermint candy cane one here. Let me eat the marshmallow one. Then I'll let you know how it is. Sometimes I have to think about what I'm eating, especially when it's something that's supposed to taste like something else. That one was definitely less sweet than the first one, oddly enough. Hints of marshmallow, toasted marshmallow, not so much, but not bad. It's definitely better than a regular candy corn. If you love candy corn, I do apologize, but it's one of my least favorite candies. That and circus peanuts. All right, let's go with the maple syrup. I'm going to eat the whole damn thing. Here we go. Not only am I not getting maple syrup, I don't know what I'm getting. At first, it tasted real chemically, like a hairspray or something. Kind of like a hairspray smells. Then, all of a sudden, it sweetened up. No maple syrup, though. Not a trace of maple syrup there. That tastes like basically a candy corn. And last but not least, we're going to go with the peppermint candy cane. I have a feeling this one should be the one that stands out the most. All these other flavors are very subtle flavors. They're gentle, they're mild, they're not heavy on the palate. Peppermint, it's got a name for itself. So let's give it a whirl and see what we think. Wow. I don't like the consistency of candy corn. I don't like the flavor of candy corn. I like one a year. Usually I'll bite it in 3 parts and I'm done. I do have a collection of rare candy corns that are either 1 color or 2 color. I know it's crazy, but my kids look out for them when they're going through the bag. They're like, Dad, look at this one. It's all yellow. So, I don't know. That's a thing we do. That peppermint one is the only saving grace for this whole thing. The first one, the sugar cookie, was not bad in comparison to a candy corn. but it's still that consistency of candy corn. Sugar on sugar. You're just eating massive amount of sugar. The only one that really stood out was the peppermint candy cane. It stood true to what it was. The pepperminty flavor was there, and somehow it complements that texture that I normally don't like. And that's the only reason why you're getting a 5. Otherwise, this bag would be like a 3. It's nothing to write home about. Unless you like candy corn and candy corn texture, you like that feel in your mouth, go for it. There might still be some clearance out there. Highly doubtful. I would stay away from this. Go with the, if you're going to get an Elf product, go ahead and get the Goldfish. Delicious. Absolutely fantastic. Those taste like maple syrup. These taste like ass trash. All things considered, though, that peppermint one might be worth the price of admission alongside that sugar cookie one. The narwhal, you're okay in my book. So 5, there you go. If you're into that sort of thing, you can give it a whirl, but I personally would pass it by. And that's going to wrap up another episode of the Vodkast. I really hope that you guys have enjoyed this one. And if you guys are loving the content that I'm creating as much as I love creating the content that you guys are watching, would you please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing, sharing, and then hit that little bell icon because it'll let you know every time I put out a new video. Don't forget to make somebody smile today and make yourself a better person tomorrow than you were today tomorrow. Let's make the world spin a little bit happier and a little bit cornier. Together, let's sing and dance in the sun and the rain is one, my brothers and sisters. Oh yeah, dig it. Live life to the fullest and love every moment of it because you just never know when that last moment's going to come for you. However, never live in fear of that moment. Always live in love and never let your inner child die. Oh, go elf yourself. Take care of yourselves, take care of one another, and take care of those around you who cannot take care of themselves, for they are the ones that need it the most. And if no one has told you today that they love you, the Vodcast loves you very much, just the way you are. All right, guys, do no harm. I'm Geycen Oliveira. This is the Vodcast. And I'll catch you guys a little bit further on down the road. Take care, my friends.
Don't go to sleep with a catch it in your pocket.